While releasing is basically getting rid of something negative, reframing is taking something negative and changing it into a positive, putting a different frame around it, taking a different view of it and making it appear differently. It's basically substituting. We're making it look different than it was by substituting a positive spin on it instead of a negative spin. Of course, you see that a lot on television when you listen to politicians and election results and those types of things, but we want to do it as a hitter. And how do we do that? What are some examples? Still remember a girl named Laura Williams who came to a softball camp we had one time in Brunswick, Georgia. And during a drill late in that camp, in a July or so, she broke her ankle. Had an email from her, a letter actually I think, a few days later. And she said school was getting ready to start and she was going to be on crutches. And she said, you know, that's not the way a 16-year-old girl likes to start the high school season off, with all the social activity being on crutches. But you know what it'll do? It'll build up my strength in my upper body. By being on crutches, I'll become stronger in the arms and the shoulders. And I need that to be a better softball player. What a great job Laura did of reframing a physical injury and making it into a positive. I think Wade Boggs is the guy that when he was playing for the Boston Red Sox against the California Angels, in those days Anaheim Angels now, hit something like 350 or 360 that year against them with an 0-2 count. And the next year, the manager of the Angels asked Boggs in spring training, how were you able to hit so well against us when the count was 0-2? Most hitters, their batting average just plummets when the count goes to 0-2. And Boggs was able to have a very good batting average with the count of 0-2. And Boggs' reply back to the manager of the Angels was, I should be a better hitter in 0-2. I've seen 2 pitches. What a great job of reframing a situation. Instead of thinking negative, oh, the pitcher's got 2 strikes on me. No, Boggs says, I've seen 2 pitches. I've evaluated 2 more times, and now I'm a better hitter. And I remember my friend Brent Strom telling me what he tells pitchers when they throw a pitch. Only 2 things can happen, and both are good. The pitch does what you want it to do, or you learn something. Both of those are good. So if a hitter hits the pitch out of the park and it didn't do what the pitcher wanted it to do, the pitcher can learn from that, and that's a positive experience. We need to learn to reframe. Take those negative things that happen, and like Claire Barton, maybe forget them. Like Laura Williams or Wade Boggs or Brent Strom's pitchers, hopefully, maybe reframe them. Turn them into something different that allows you to have a positive approach when it's Kairos time in that batter's box.